There are tons of new features and changes across all game modes coming in UFC 6. As someone who's played the UFC 6 beta and has thousands of hours across other UFC titles, I want to give you all an idea of what to expect. If EA implements these changes correctly, UFC 6 has a chance to go down as one of the greatest fighting games ever. Starting off with one of the most anticipated changes coming in UFC 6, the two new offline My Career modes, the Hall of Legends and the Legacy. The Hall of Legends lets you recreate your favorite UFC fighter's career and is more story-based than previous UFC games, while the Legacy is similar to the traditional UFC My Career, in which you create or pick a fighter and advance through the rankings to become champion. There's also a new open world feature coming, which I would imagine is similar to the neighborhood in 2K, but will most likely be significantly smaller. However, you are going to be able to walk around and choose what you want to do. Here's a little preview of it. An entirely new feature coming to the game is called Flow State. So far, this has been widely controversial among the community, but Flow State is similar to the 2K takeover system, in which you fill up a meter by doing specific actions towards your flow state. Once the meter is full, you can choose to either activate it or wait until the perfect opportunity. Along with Flow State is the return of perks. As well, we only got to see a couple of them in the beta, so I have them listed on the screen. There's many more perks, but it seemed to be that there was a flow state and then a flow state perk along with the other regular perks. And one thing that I was not a fan of was that you could get your flow state meter filled up in the first couple minutes, and you could save it until round 3 if you wanted to, or even worse than that, you could get rocked and then activate it. I played as Kamzat, and so it was pretty easy to fill up the meter. You get takedowns and do ground damage, but I could save it, and if I got rocked, I could pop takeover and just shoot a takedown, and it was like a 99% chance that I was going to get the takedown. So I think that should be changed. Either when the round ends, it should go lower, or if you get rocked or dropped, it should probably reset the meter to make it balanced. But we'll see what they do about this. It could be very good. It could be very bad. We'll see. Another new feature coming to the game is called the Gym, which could be really cool if it's implemented right. And this is essentially you're recruiting fighters from ranked, and it might even work for offline My Career modes, where you recruit the fighters and you're able to train them in the gym. You don't have to do it yourself. It's automated, but it does take time for them to go through the training. So in the beta, Whitaker took like 20 minutes to level up. And in the actual game, as they level up, you'll be able to unlock alter egos, or skins is what they're now calling it. So we'll see how often you're able to unlock it and how good the skins are, but it could be a really cool feature. Online My Career is returning in UFC 6. Now, we don't have the full details on this mode just yet because we weren't able to play it in the beta, but I would assume that it's going to be very similar to UFC 5's, but only improved. Now, one thing I do hope for with this mode is that when it comes to flow state, you do have to reach certain thresholds for attribute levels before you can unlock a certain flow state. I think that would really balance the game. But yeah, this mode probably going to be very similar. There might be more weight classes. They might switch around the weight classes. But if you don't know what this mode is, basically you play online, and as you win matches or lose matches, you earn evolution points to which you can upgrade your player, eventually prestiging, allowing you to continue to unlock more and more attributes as time goes on. Now, if you're still watching this video, you've probably already seen some leaked UFC 6 gameplay, and you might have thought it looked a little iffy, but I promise you, when you're actually playing the game, it feels so much better than it looks. The fighter uniqueness and head movement is a massive improvement compared to other UFC games. The best thing I could compare it to is if you've ever played as TJ Dillashaw or Dominic Cruz in 4 or 5, and then you know that they have those unique footwork movements. Now imagine that, but applied to striking and for all fighters on the roster. It's a massive improvement compared to previous years. Fighters actually feel like themselves. Pereira's footwork and his leg kicks felt like him. MVP style felt like him. And I can't wait to see all the other fighters on the roster. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is all the pre-order bonuses that you can get. The problem is that most of them are only applied to the Ultimate Edition, which is $100. However, the Ultimate Edition does get the game 7 days early, starting on June 12th. You do get access to all these fighter skins, and you do get the expansion passes that are going to be coming within a year or so, where the regular edition for $70 only gets the Iconics Moments bundle, which is on the right side right now on the screen. If you guys made it this far in the video and you guys did like the information, please drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more UFC 6 content coming in the future.